So welcome back, everyone. Mike and Melissa here. It is a beautiful day today, and it is Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah, the last couple days we had a bunch of rain, but the sun's shining. Still hasn't warmed up, though.
No.
You've been pretty busy so far today.
Yeah. Got off. I was at the gym at 6. On Memorial Day, they always do Murph. If you're familiar with CrossFit and their CrossFit workouts, they always do hero WODs, which is WOD is W-O-D. That's workout of the day. And today is Murph for Michael Murphy. And that's run 1 mile, do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, and run 1 mile. I did a modified version of that, ran a half a mile, and then I had a partner that we split up all the hundreds of pull-ups, push-ups, and air squats, and then a half a mile run. Then I came home and took the dog for a walk and got changed.
What else are you gonna do today?
What am I not going to do today?
That was my line. She asked me that a little bit ago. She goes, what are you going to do today? I said it would be easier to ask me what I'm not going to do. All right, I got that pile of stone moved to the other side of the building where I'm going to need it. And I just brought the excavator over and put the 4-foot grading bucket on it. Here in just a little bit, I'm going to start working on this slope right here where I'm going to put the boulders. But I think Plumber Jim is going to be here in just a few minutes. And he's got a little surprise with him. Good. Okay, pull up a little. Brought me a couple nice walnut logs.
Walnut was cut down yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't get to drop it. I missed it by 5 minutes, but it borders my property and where my dad's house was, about five doors down.
Right.
And my nephew lives in the house now since my dad passed away. And so he cut this down. As soon as I got up there, I was ready to cut everything up. I said, what are you doing with the logs here? And he goes, oh, I was going to burn them. I go, oh, no. As soon as it came right into my mind, I said, I know exactly the person for this. And I said, Mike Morgan. I said, I'm taking them up there.
I really appreciate it. Walnut's hard to come by.
It is.
You know what I mean?
And I saw it this size, and I didn't even think that he was going to cut these two. There was another one, but it wasn't as nice. And I said, I got to give him the Mike.
Yeah, they'll make some really nice, like, live edge slabs out of those or something.
It's a shame to burn that stuff, and I have all the other stuff for firewood, but I was asking you what.
Yeah, you sent me them pictures. I'm like, oh, yeah, that'd be great. I appreciate it, man. That's I've never had a plumber bring walnut logs, ever. No. Never.
I don't think you ever will again, unless I bring them up again. I don't think that's a normal...
That's not a thing.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool that... and I'll be waiting for that video to see when you do it.
Yeah.
I watch them all anyhow, so I won't miss it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see how that looks, that dark stuff, man. That's as nice as cherry, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to start at this end here. I need to just pull a little bit of this stuff off of here. And I'm also going to kind of form a little ditch right next to the driveway. You'll see what I mean here in a little bit. So I just got a call from Eva a few minutes ago. Melissa took her and a friend of hers up to the lake so they could ride bikes up there. And on the way up, they witnessed an accident, and it's a very good lesson on making sure your loads are secured. But I haven't heard all the details yet, but apparently somebody was hauling a kayak on top of their car, and it came off and it went into the other lane, you know, opposing traffic, and a guy on a motorcycle couldn't avoid it and he hit it, and he's banged up pretty bad from what I hear. Eva called me. She was in the truck with her friend off the side of the road, and Melissa is over there trying to help the guy till the ambulance got there. I don't know how, you know, I don't know what kind of shape he's in, but you know, it's how things happen. Beautiful day like this, it's Memorial Day, guy's just out on his bike, and wham, somebody's kayak wasn't secured, and now he's on his way to the hospital. So like I said, a good lesson to make sure your loads are secure. All right, I learned something here pretty quick. If you noticed, I spun the machine around before the blade was on the other side. And the reason I did that is, you know, where I'm sitting, it's pretty level. The driveway is not, obviously. You know, it's going downhill. So the right side of my bucket is just about touching the ground, and on the left side of the bucket is probably 4 or 5 inches off the ground. So what I did, put the blade on the other side, lift that side of the machine up, and I'm good. See what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm going to dig this ditch here along the driveway. I had another idea. I'll dig it a little bit deeper and put some of that number 3 rock in there to slow the water down coming along the side of the driveway. And then from there up will be mulch and boulders and whatever else. And also, I just talked to Melissa a few minutes ago. Very good news. It sounds like the guy that was in the motorcycle accident is going to be okay. He's banged up a little bit, but sounds like he's going to be all right. She said that the kayak came off the car, went over into his lane. He didn't have much time to react, but he got on the brakes and he hit it, and he went over the handlebars and he went flying down the road. Bike slid down the highway. But he must have had, obviously, a helmet on, but he must have had some good clothes on as well. But they took him in the ambulance, and they said he's going to be all right. I know he'll be feeling it for a few days, but...
went down the road, followed my half a sheep. I went down the road, followed my half a sheep.
So Melissa just got back. Why don't you tell them the story that just happened?
Yeah, real quick. Eva and her friend Addie were going up to Moraine, which is a state park near us, and they had bike trails, so they were put the bikes in the back of the truck, and I drove them up. And I'm like, Archie, come with me. Be a good ride. You know, it's just highway. No twists and turns where he's going to be sliding off the seat. So Eva and her friend Addie were like, yeah, Archie, and everything was going fine. And I missed my exit. So anyways, I had to turn around and come back. And as I was coming back 422, the car in front of me had a canoe on the roof, and it just popped off. And actually got some air, and it was heading in the other direction of traffic. And that guy was on a motorcycle coming, and he saw it and tried to steer of it. And by the time, anyways, he hit the brakes at the same time, and his bike sent him sailing. So I pulled off immediately, and Eva called 911, and we went over, and thankfully, I think he's going to be fine. His bike's a mess, and his bike separated from him and went on up. But he knew his name. He was pressing on his stomach. He said, I don't think I have any internal injuries. And yeah, he actually said, it was interesting, when we walked up, it was me and another car, and then the owner of the car that had the canoe on it. Three of us were there, and he said, I think I'm all right. He said, who knew that all these angels would be here to help me today? And we're just standing here, and he's like, don't worry, I don't have a head injury. I know exactly what I'm talking about. He said, I believe that angels are in the form of people, and you're here to help me today. And we were like, yeah, I believe that. And the other two people were like, yeah, I believe that. And yeah.
Archie doesn't want to ride in the car anymore. a canoe
or a bike.
It's a dangerous world out there.
Ooh, he got back like, Dad, I can't believe you drove so far every day. So that's actually a blessing when you look at it. And the roads were just packed with like Memorial Day traffic. You know, there was every other truck is pulling a trailer or a boat. And there's bikes out, and it's a cooler day. The sun's hot, but this guy had a leather jacket that has like these shoulder pad things in it.
That's what saves him.
It really did. He also was carrying a gun, and he asked, do any of you know anything about handguns? And we were still like, is he all right? And he said, I landed on my gun, and he reached in, he goes, I'm going to pull this out, and he took it out of the chamber, and he said, I need to hand this to, and the other two guys were like, oh no, I don't do guns or something. You know, just said no. And I go, I do. I actually know how to do that. So I was able to
took the mag out.
Yeah. And then I just kept it with his helmet because
yeah. I was telling them earlier when I was in the machine over there, it's a very good lesson on securing your load. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On a car or whatever. Even if you're hauling a mattress, you know, you see people all the time doing it. And,
yeah.
You know, if you would have hit that canoe in the truck, so what? I mean, it would have been good. You would have done some damage, but you weren't going to get hurt. But on a motorcycle?
But even then, after I dropped the girls off, I got on 79 to come home. There was another truck alongside of me with canoes in the back. I don't know how that was. And maybe he had them anchored down.
Yeah.
But that catches wind. Boom. Now this car had a rack for canoes. Yeah. And it somehow popped right out. And
wow.
Yeah. But the ambulance got there, and I think I'm pretty sure he's going to be just fine.
That's good. It's like I told you guys earlier there, just like that beautiful sunny day, you're out there ride, and bam.
Oh, yeah.
Hit a canoe.
Well, it was a lesson to Eva and her friend Addie. Eva, when I was dropping them off, she's like, I will never have a motorcycle. I'm like, I know, you won't.
Yeah.
But
all right, well, I'm digging it over there.
Okay.
Getting ready to start putting some boulders in. It's coming out good. How you like it?
Well, Archie, yeah, I do see that. That looks nice. I promised Archie, he thinks we went to like Montana and back.
Yeah.
So, and he also thinks it's 3 days later, so we need to go feed him.
All right. Here comes Piper to check things out. But it's coming along pretty good. I think what I'm going to do is maybe go just about 4 more feet over and not finish that area right there. And I'll put the 30-inch bucket on the excavator because I'm going to start kind of digging those boulders in flat. They're all different sizes and shapes, but I'll take that dirt, you know, just kind of notch into the bank, place those boulders in there, just kind of randomly all through here. And the little bit of dirt that I generate, I'll put over here and be able to blend this all in right here. So I think next up, I'm going to need a bunch of boulders. And by the way, I know this will cause some controversy, but I'm not going to use landscape fabric here at all. I don't like that stuff because I'm going to put the boulders in and put mulch all around them. And the mulch breaks down and weeds grow in the mulch anyway. So I'm not a big fan of the landscape fabric. I like using geotextile underneath stone, you know that. And also I've seen where the weeds will grow in the mulch and get down through the landscape fabric. It's just a whole mess. I would rather just put the mulch in here thick. If you have a few weeds here and there, you can deal with it. But weeds are going to grow no matter what you do. You just have to maintain it. I just stuck this one little one in here. You'll get an idea of what it's going to look like. You know, I'll rake that stuff down behind it. And then right along the edge of the driveway, I'll put that number 3 rock in a nice line. I think it'll look pretty good. It'll look better than it does. That's for sure. So it's been a pretty exciting Memorial Day, but this video is going to run kind of long. This little landscape project will have a continuation. So do you want to wrap this video up, Melissa?
Stay tuned. Hey, thanks so much for being here. Click the thumbs up. So make sure you're subscribed and comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. We'll see you on the next one.